Boss, you see my life right now equal to nothing. You won't understand the kind of financial pressure when I dey under. See these children, they plan for them.
Welcome to another episode of Movie Review, the top show where we talk about any movie anywhere in the world. If it's top and trending, they'll bring it, I'll watch it, I'll talk about it, and there is a movie, or should I say series, that everyone has been talking about. Every single person, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitter or X or Instagram, everyone has had something to say, but of course, everyone has been waiting for the opinion that surpasses all opinions, my opinion, and today we're hearing that. We're talking about To Kill a Monkey, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm your host, Patrick, and this is a phenomenal series that is just doing the rounds everywhere. And I'm about to give you my 2 cents. Without any further ado, let's review this series.
Madam, sorry. I forget biscuits.
Boss, within my eyes don't see. I dey try. I dey walk. This life no just God no life. Just dey unfair for me.
For a series like this, I've got to say, for a story of this magnitude, the cinematography has to be on point. Kemi Adetiba. So I want to say she surprised me, but again, this is in keeping with the reputation she's developed for herself in Nollywood. Well, all the movies she's done in the past, you know, if you're watching a Kemi Adetiba movie, it's not going to slip up with the cinematography. Some of the scenes here, you had a very epic feel. You had the feeling that what you were watching was important. What you were watching is very significant. The scenes where they showed, I don't know, Efe in his monkey max or Boz in his monkey max, even the opening, like when you start this series, the very first scene you see, the imagery, they bring you into the drama of what they're trying to like tell you. It's so frightening and vivid and visceral at the same time. That scene where boys were making that sacrifice, that oath to their boss, it's like, I will never betray my boss. And they do that sacrificial thing where they slice into the back of their necks. It was gripping. And I think that as a series, you have to open like that. You have to open in a way that has your audience hooked. And she got that absolutely perfectly. You move on to, things like the props, things like the costumes. Again, this movie's talking about big time internet fraudsters here. You're going to talk about that kind of wealth. We have to see it in the props. We have to see it in the location. We have to see it in the setting. You had Efe cruising into, or Boz cruising into his friend's party on a boat. Look at the scenery of the spaces that they use. Look at the cars, the Mercedes Benzes, the sports cars, the SUVs. We're talking wealth. Look at the restaurants. Look at the women. Everything from makeup to costume to just the way the shots were made. It was an absolutely brilliant job. I know I say this a lot with a lot of movies on Movie Review. I talk about cinematography a lot and I give them plus points. But trust me, To Kill a Monkey, cinematography here, A++ distinction. You can't fault it.
He had so day. Shame they catch me to go house, go sleep for bed for night. I think I'll beg you. Cut soup for me. Show me the way. I beg.
Brotherly. You sure say you go fit do the kind work with me they do?
Ross.
No rush, answer me.
So when we're talking performances here, we had a lot of great performances. I don't think that we didn't have, I don't think we had a performance here that wasn't great. Everyone was absolutely on their A game. I am, confined to being only able to speak about a few characters, and I want to talk about the acting from William Benson. The acting from William Benson in that character of Efe was absolutely magnanimous. A career-defining performance. I watched that movie And the people that I watched it with, I was telling them, AMVCAs this year or next year, whenever the AMVCAs are going to be held, there is no point any other director or any other performer doing something. You have to do something absolutely otherworldly to top what William Benson did in that movie. Butchie Franklin as well. It's a toss-up on who. I feel like you're going to get Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, just it being the two of them and giving their role, because the characters of Efe and Oboz were just perfectly, and I love, just to add this a little bit, I've been following those guys since I saw those movies. I've got to hold my hands up. I haven't really been following their careers up to that point. I've been following, and it's just beautiful to see what it's doing for them. William Benson, I've heard that his Instagram followers have gone up, his interactions have gone up, and it's deserved because that performance was just absolutely Oscar worthy. And we talk about some of the scenes, and here's one that does it for me. Here's one that blew my mind. The scene where Efe goes to the hospital when his wife has given birth to, twins, triplets, I don't know. She gave birth to a couple of kids. And the doctor tells this man, like, yo, we're really sorry, but one of your babies didn't make it. And he starts to cry and starts to beg God to forgive him, because the minute that woman said that, the first thing he felt was relief. The first thing he felt, a father coming to the hospital to see his wife and children, the first thing he felt was relief that one of his children died, because he's just so poor that he can't take care of all of them. That was, we make movies to feel. We make movies to get people to feel. That got me to feel in that moment. I felt the pain. We've got just scene after scene in here. This is the betrayal scene as well, where if he betrays a boss, crazy. And even the way it ends. I love the way it ends. Some people have a problem with the way it ends, but I love the ending. I love the narration bit from Efe. It kind of like mixes well with how we begun. So those were my favorite scenes among a litany of others. But again, like I said, we've got limited time, so I can't tell you all the things in my mind. But yeah, those scenes, those characters, they stuck out for me.
If this isn't us, let me ask you something. What has been us done for us?
All this money where we dey make. If we no oppress them, press their neck. Wetin again,
You get millions when you go for your account. You get properties worth millions, assets worth millions.
This is a pro-heavy series. This is massive on the pros. What is there not to like? You've got great acting performances. Cinematography is absolutely on point. The story is my favorite thing about this movie because it is completely off sync, but still so grounded in reality. It is completely out of most of the things that we've seen stories about, but still so grounded, so rooted in the Nigerian reality. I love the way they use pidgin in this movie as well. It's so, it gives pidgin a kind of validity. It takes it out of this vulgar rawness that we associate with it. And it makes it something that, I saw comments about this movie from people who are not even Nigerian. I saw comments about this movie from people who are in the UK, people who are in America, and they read the subtitles the same way you will watch a Korean movie and read the subtitles, because it's that interesting of a story that you have to pay attention, even if the language isn't something you understand. So we're dealing with an absolutely masterpiece of a story here. But of course, it's my job to go over some of the cons. And let me just state this as a disclaimer. These cons I'm about to speak about, I will contend them because I don't even believe in them that much. This is what other people said. Someone told me that they didn't quite like the way when teacher's car exploded, killing his grandkids. They didn't like the way, he was close to the car and proximity. He was supposed to be deaf because of hearing that noise or whatever. These are the same people that watch Spider-Man movies, and they're completely content with seeing someone swinging through the airs with radioactive powers. By the way, but I just want to put that out there because I was told that was a plausible con. But let me just tell you this for free. You guys came here to watch movie review because you want to hear Patrick's opinion. And Patrick's opinion is that To Kill a Monkey is absolutely freaking pro heavy. I don't have any cons for this movie.
My guy, you're wicked. You don't gas.
Make sure you don't lose her.
Yes, boss.
You dey share for me?
Your mother.
I'm a street boy.
That's enough, Inspector.
Just like me. You self not criminal.
I mean, I think something's wrong with you if you haven't seen To Kill a Monkey. That's just a fair assessment. I mean, I don't know. If you have a problem with it, locate me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll give you my address. If you can beat me, come. But the reality of it is that if you haven't seen this movie by now, if you haven't seen this series by now, you don't watch movies, you don't watch series. Something is wrong with you. There's a problem. You don't like enjoyment, you don't enjoy life. You heard it from me first. Go see To Kill a Monkey, because for this year, I promise you probably won't see anything like it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my not so humble opinion. With that said, I'll catch you all next time. You have a nice day.
Just keep breathing.